Tonight in a 10 News investigation, Brittany Bade shows us how officials are working to make sure an attack like that never happens again.
This horrific attack is hard to watch. 16-year-old Joseph Dylan French attacks a 60-year-old officer with the top of a toilet. It breaks, but that doesn't stop him. He pummels her with his fist, then grabs a gun and tries to shoot her. That all happening in 10 seconds before he runs out the door.
An attack so horrific, the memory of a silent video is still strong 1 year later.
What stands out is seeing Sheila almost killed.
Blount County Sheriff James Barong was one of the first people to see correction officer Sheila Fortner.
I don't even remember when he did this. I know that he was down on me and he was hitting.
As serious as they were, she's very, very lucky.
There were 3 weapons that night. First a toilet lid, then French's fist. The attack escalated to a handgun sitting inside a gun safe, sitting in plain sight, just feet away from the door to a temporary holding area. French tried to fire the gun.
If he knew how to use a weapon, she would have been killed.
A moment that could have changed everything.
Yeah, I thought he was going to shoot me. He was holding it again, and I looked up at him and I said, "You know you don't have to do that." And that's when he ran.
An escape that triggered an all-night search for French that ended in tragedy. The 16-year-old took his own life with that same gun.
Anytime there's serious tragedy, lives are lost, injuries are very serious. You're not human, or you're in the wrong job if you don't feel compassion to both sides.
In your mind, could something like this happen again?
Yes, it could.
Why do you think it could?
Well, just because it's an unsecure facility. Yeah.
Behind this door at the Blount County Juvenile Detention Center, teens are allowed to move around freely.
By law, we have to have that for that type of juvenile petitions, and unruliness being one of those.
That was French's charge. Unruliness is when a juvenile commits an offense like running away or truancy, offenses that would not exist if the person was 18. According to Tennessee state law, a child in custody for being unruly shall not be detained in a secure portion of any facility. Barong would like to see that law change. He doesn't want any unsecured facilities at his jail. State Representative Art Swan of Blount County plans to work with him to come up with a permanent solution.
I think it's antiquated. The security of the facility certainly is an issue we need to look at.
Our WBIR 10 News investigation also wanted to know what's changed in a year to make this facility safer. French's initial weapon, the toilet lid, is now strapped down and cannot be removed.
The other change we made, the key thing too, was the gun box. It was in plain view. We have moved that out of that area, so it is out of sight.
The weapons are secure and out of sight. The memory of this attack forever locked in one sheriff's mind.
Feeling is it wakens you up in a job like this. You need to be alert at all times because anything can happen at any time.
Officer Fortner is now retired from the Blount County Sheriff's Office. She says her heart still hurts for this child who lost his life.
Well, Sheila's just a special individual. And I think to come through what she did and come out with the attitude she had, worrying about others when her life was almost taken, what a special lady.
Sheriff Barong says overall there are few problems and it's unfortunate that this one was almost fatal. He also says they are continually working to keep their officers as safe as possible. We will keep you updated on any legislation that may come out of this situation to try and make the Juvenile Detention Center safer and more secure. Back to you.